Hey, hi guys, hello everyone. It's Howda Game here today again. We are here today because uh Tidus season has begun. And with me today is Leela once again. I'm
Hello,
Jinx.
hello.
Yes. Shall we introduce ourselves again? I guess we should.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
okay. I'm Jinx here. I've been playing Compass for 9 years. And I've worked behind the scenes in game industry in both localization as well as production. And that's it. I am working on 2 projects on my own right now. And hopefully things will come around soon. I'll update then. Now, Leela, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Leela. I played Compass for 9 years, just like Jinx. I don't have crazy game dev qualifications, but Jinx says my game sense is good, so I guess that counts for something.
Are you actually? Wait, I didn't say that, did I? I don't remember saying your game sense is good.
No, no, you said it was shit, but in that if we're between banter, that means it's actually good. It's a little
Yeah,
bit better
yeah,
than
that's
good,
true,
so
that's
that's
true, that's
good.
true. Okay, Lila
If
is
you
a
if
good
if you're
player.
complimenting me, I'm doing something very bad. But if you're shit talking, it's very good.
All right. Okay, let's go to the main topic of today. Okay, so for the guys watching this, you will be waiting for information on Tidus. I mean, if you already played the game, you know that Tidus exists. We'll just do a quick run through of what is available this season and what you should be looking out for. So for the very first slide, it's the Tidus. Tidus is a sprinter. Now wait, for over here you call it agile. All right, I got the English slides. I know the terms now. He's a agile character. His his unique ability, okay, is just a regular dash attack. Please do not use that. That dash attack is the lousiest dash attack in the game. However, it is available for you to use if you need to. The main kit of Tidus is going to be his passive because it decreases the cooldown time of melee abilities on top of his own URs having very decent downtime.
And just because the ability, the passive ability decreases the cooldown time of melee abilities, it's don't feel like you have to run exclusively melee abilities. You can run a range or two if that's what you have.
Mm. Like Tifa into
Yeah,
Auron is a thing.
Tifa,
Yeah.
yeah,
Ace
or
Ace
any.
into Auron is fine too if you don't have the options available. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you run Dark Pain, since you should be running Dark Pain with Tidus, everyone should have at least one copy of it, and then you can follow up with a range attack.
Hmm. Then so with that, next is the new boss, the Death Machine. Now the Death Machine right now, you will be able to find it in Tidus challenge modes if you are already working on it. Otherwise, you will only see it within the rank stages by mid-July. At least that's what the developer said during the stream. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun boss. You can fight it in challenge mode within the what's it called, Ultima 5 missions. It's very mobile, hits hard, can stun, will chase you down. It's very fun.
Yeah, the stun is King Behemoth's meteor level. It's very interesting to dodge. And he does good damage too when you are fighting the Ultima version.
The laser
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
The
the
laser
laser.
stun, flamethrower, chase you
Yeah.
down. It's very fun,
It's
very
good shit. If
hectic.
you have the chance, do watch the trailer that is only available on the live stream last week. No, a few days ago. Yeah. So next we got the Zanakan stage. This one is the most, how do I call it? It's a very open map.
Mm.
It allows
Mm.
players to go straight into PvP. So this is actually one of the PvP maps compared to the uh, bigger maps that you just run around and farm, which is better for Onion. Example would be like Highway is good for Onion. You got the Minato Mirai where Onion can avoid people without actually running into fights because of how big the map is. Zanakan on the other hand, map has 2 lanes. So you will be engaging in fights over and over. So PvP characters is going to be a lot better in that particular stage.
Yeah, and if you're looking at the map, the mini map, A and E are very close together, and you have line of sight. It's a very short distance, so you can threaten support, or you can try to backline. It gives you a lot more options to quickly get in the opponent's face.
Mm. And on a side note, you will get to see Jack's face on one of the panels in the background. That is what the developer zoomed out or had a player zoom out to mention that day. So if you didn't know about it, now you can go in and take a look when you're free. Yeah. And okay, and the mainstay of this season is actually the FF10 25th anniversary celebration. All right, you get 25, you get one pool of 25 once a week. This is important because 25 within the 1 month pools, chances are you're going to get 1 to 2 UR minimum.
Mm.
Right. If you
Yeah, and
don't,
it make.
yeah.
I was just gonna say, reminder, even though it's up to 100 free draws, limited abilities, and that includes Tidus's abilities, Sephiroth's abilities,
Hey, no.
Tifa,
I don't think it does.
Aerith.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Yeah,
It,
yeah, that was gonna say, all
yeah.
that is not included.
Yeah.
It's only gonna be the base roster stuff.
Okay. You meant it's not included.
Yeah, it's not included. No, I was running down the list. I was running down the list. Don't worry.
Correct. Okay. So everybody just take note, at least log in once a week if you aren't already
Yeah.
logging in every day. Okay, the way to really farm this game if you are playing as a low spender, season pass only spender. I am a season pass only spender. Or if you're actually F2P, right, one of the best way is to farm the crystal every chance you get in challenge mode if you are aiming for URs. If you're not aiming for URs and you are aiming for season points, then yes, you go ahead and do rank. But my recommendation is if you want to really up your power steadily within each month, just keep going for the gold challenge missions.
Mm.
Okay, then the final one, which is more of a side thing, but it will be very good for Riku players. Riku's new costume will be coming up. This thing will be available later in the month. So with the way they doing the extra costumes, right, it seems that they will follow the theme of their particular season. Or rather, you will be getting a costume from the character that appears within
In the game.
within the game of that season. So this month is FF10. Last month it was FF7 Sephiroth. So Cloud got the costume. Next month we are already confirmed that it will be FF5. Five,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, it will be FF5.
No. 6. It's
Oh,
6.
FF6.
6 and then
Okay.
5.
6 first, then 5. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So FF6, you will be looking at probably a Terra costume. And then 5, you will be looking at a Kururu costume. Right, Krill. Let's not go into linguistics here. We don't care about that.
You said Terra and then Kururu.
Yeah, I
Be
said Terra and
consistent.
then Kururu. I can't interchange like this. I have alright. Okay, so with that in mind, let's go straight into the next main topic. We will be looking at Tidus. Alright, I switched to Kururu just now. So, over here, we got Tidus. Now, Lila, what do you think of Tidus as of this moment?
I think he's strong. I think he's he can PvP, he can 1v1 very well. His URs have good damage, but most importantly, you can follow it up from any attack that knocks up.
Yep, that is true. Basically, the reason why you're able to follow up, right, is because he's a sprinter. Or rather, he's an agile. Sorry, I keep saying sprinter. Now, the thing about Tidus, right? What you need to understand is he has cooldowns reduction for all his melee cards, and his URs, if you will see over here on my screen, okay, his URs can actually have a downtime of less than 46 seconds. So this thing, because I count cooldowns in this game not by their actual cooldown over there. The reason is because the animation time for each UR is different, and then I look at the downtime instead, unlike Compass, because in Compass, startup is a big factor, and cast time activation, what do we call it? Activation frames is a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The activation for all the cards in the game for each character is the same.
Yes.
For everything except the character specific URs. Yeah.
So because all the URs are invulnerable, right? The moment you swipe it, right, your startup is inbound unless you are hit right before your startup, which is very rare. It is possible to knock you out, but for a UR, right, the moment you swipe it, you are invulnerable and you won't take damage. So in this game, right, I look at the downtime so that I can calculate when I can start using my next card. So for example, Ace of the Blitz, right? As of right now, I haven't gone into the details because that will require some research. It will have a downtime of around 46 seconds. So by the time the Ace of the Blitz animation finish and you go into the next card, the cooldown will be at 46. And Jackshot, on the other hand, will be at around 38 or so, because it takes only around 4 seconds for his skill animation to complete. So with that in mind, right, it means Tidus actually has the second fastest UR cooldowns within the game, comparable to Lightning. Yeah, he is going to be spamming his URs, which does a lot of damage and during PvP. And one of the major things he has for him, right, is that he can combo his cards, which I will show you right now. So let's go with Auron. Okay. Now, Tidus in particular that we are going to go through, right, is in the fact that you need to buffer his sprint attack. So whenever you knock someone up, for example, with charge, we will do charge and assault over here. Because the moment you charge and assault, you just keep holding, and then you will be able to follow up and land another card on your opponent before they even get out. The only way your opponent can get out of this is if they cast a card in the air, which allows them to go into recovery position. But if they do it, then chances are if they don't use a shield, they will still take the damage, which means they will still die. And the activation before the ground, they will still die. So for example, I charge an assault here. If the opponent try to recover with attack card, my Auron will still hit and I will still kill. This is the reason why I recommend Dark Pain on Tidus. Because no matter how your opponent is going to trade after the knockout, including from Jackshot. Jackshot also knocks up. So once you finish the knockup, you can just buffer dash forward and then go in and Dark Pain. It's almost always going to be a guaranteed kill unless your opponent burn a UR.
Yeah, but even then, if they burn a UR, that's still very valuable. So it's a little bit less than a kill, but it's still in your favor.
Correct. Which is why this is now my recommendation for the Tidus deck. Alright, this will not work for everyone, but it works for me. The reason why it works for me is because I know the setup to go into it. So I don't run Charge and Assault. I actually run Selfie. I run Dark Pain. And I run Yuna. Now, thankfully for me, I managed to get one copy of everything. I will only use Tidus in casuals. I mean, I can use it in rank on the lower ranks, but this month I'm working on Baltier because I lost a bet. Yeah, basically I bet that Tidus will not be limited because I didn't expect them to go for the Grand Blue Fantasy and MiHoYo limited character style. The reason why I did not expect it is because, one, if they did that, right, the regular pool will not expand. And if the regular pool does not expand, right, it will benefit me a lot as a low spender. Because all the cards that I get for crystals, right, is most likely going to be dupes. However, that did not happen. Tidus really became limited, so I am almost guaranteed to keep increasing in power until the next character comes. Yeah. Like yeah.
No. I was about to say, what if I don't have a copy of Yuna, right? So if you got unlucky and you don't have a copy of Yuna, should you use Earthbreaker instead, or should you use a different card?
Yes, you can use Earthbreaker, but I don't recommend it because unlike Yuna, it does not grant the damage that allows you to one-shot squishier characters.
Okay.
Yeah, so Yuna actually does. This is a crazy part. In Compass, Kanone does only 100% if it doesn't break. Yuna does 600. It does more
On
than
not
5.
break.
Yeah, on not break, it does 600. So it does more than Fire Raga.
Oh my.
And on break, it does 900, which means it
Oh no,
will
it does 700 potency. 900
700.
on barrier breaking.
Yes,
oh
yes.
my god.
So it's
This
700
card's
and 900.
cracked.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, it will be a card that a lot of gap closers or any character with a gap closer is going to be able to use. And the way I use Tidus, right, as of yesterday it's not a lot of time, is if I manage to ever land a jack shot, okay, I am going to link into selfie, and then I will see what my opponent do. Because the moment they UR, I am safe. If they don't UR and they wall, I react with Yuna. If they land with an attack card, I still don't take damage because my selfie is already up, and then I will dark paint them. So this means that as long as within a fight, right, I can ensure my jack shot hits. Like I run around them, hit them from behind, or I run around them and make sure things happens. I land the hit and force them to bounce. I will guarantee my next attack. And my opponent has no counterplay. Even if they Earthbreaker me, right, the only way that they can counterplay is they one-shot my entire health of 11k.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they land with Yuna and you're too close to pull back for some reason, or you choose to commit but they choose to Yuna and they one-shot you, it's just, well, okay, now I know for next time.
Yeah. So next time they're gonna land with a Yuna and maybe I will die.
Yeah, that's what it's a 50-50. But that's still a good situation.
It's not a 50-50 exactly, because
no,
the moment,
it's not a 50-50. It's in your favor, is what I'm getting at.
Because the moment you selfie, right, or you every right, everything, they only have one option, which is to Yuna you. And if they do Yuna you, they already took the base damage. Chances are they will still die. Which is why Tidus in a 1v1 situation will delete every support. Will kill half the cast of the range cast. Basically, Baltier will die. Rinoa will die. Who else is within? Iroha might die. Because Iroha, although we call her melee, she's technically a mid-range to range character with how her kit plays. And then Terra is also going to die. Because it's 2 guaranteed cards. So the way to fight Tidus is you have to more or less team up on him.
Yeah.
Just gang him, and if he's chasing you, run to your ally and hope they help you. As long as it's a 2v1, right? Tidus he is not Zidane. He does not have the HP to survive. Most of the time he will die within 2 seconds if you don't know how to play him. So be careful of that, but this is the deck that I'm recommending to everyone right now. You want to any other questions from Lila? I can try to answer.
Okay, so we're talking about the cards, right? You said Break and Assault, but it's Slice and Dice in English, the SR, right?
Yeah.
So I think that card, it also has the property of it's an AoE around yourself, even though it's small. Because it's new, not a lot of people know like the distance yet. So if you could use it on a boss and they get too close, it'll actually knock them up and away from you. And so that's really nice, but don't rely on it. It's just something that you can try to plan around, but I wouldn't. It's just good. It's just good to have.
Yeah.
But the R card, I don't think it's worth using, just compared to everything else.
Yeah, R card, Tidus doesn't need it. He is the fastest character in the game. He does not require another gap closer.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you want to do, right, is if you ever start a fight, right, please do not start a fight head on. The moment you go in head first, right, chances are you're gonna die. A lot of bad Tidus players that you will see, right, is going to just run in and try to dash attack. Do not use a dash attack. Instead, run until you are at the edge of a character of the dash attack. Let momentum carry you, and then auto attack from here. Because the dash attack, actually, if you see on my screen, right, you will not trigger unless you really go add from the edge. You have to really let the enemy hitbox go within your circle before it actually triggers. Try to just let go right at the end and then auto attack from there. But his auto attack range is also quite short, so you will have to pull in front a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so that's more or less my regular generic tips for Tidus. Lila, do you have anything you want to add on?
Don't be afraid to use your URs. They come back extremely fast, and they do a lot of damage. And they're also very fast in both activation and hits.
That's correct.
So yeah, we're looking at what, like 46-second cooldown?
No,
like 50?
No. It's if we are looking at the faster one, which is Jack Shots, and Jack Shot has a bit of a range. This card itself, right, has only a downtime
42.
of maybe, no, it's less than that. It's probably 38 seconds. If you'll be,
both are gonna be below 50. That's really good.
There's only one card in the entire game that beats that, which is Grand Lethal.
Grand Lethal.
Grand Lethal is on its own level, because Grand Lethal and Krail's Holy, right, are the only two cards that has downtime that are so short you will be able to spam it on every crystal recovery. Yeah. So Zidane, good Zidanes will run forward and Grand Lethal the first crystal. No questions asked. Unless, of course, he's teamed with Onion, which is not supposed to be possible, or in a regular game. Then, or he's teamed with Krail, he will then run to the sea crystal and then he can grab that, because he just clears way too fast compared to the other characters. And with that in mind, I think that's more or less it. Let me go into the final topic today, which is the Ultima challenges for Tidus. So Lila, have you cleared the Ultima challenges?
I've cleared the one for Jack Shot, but I have not done the 5000k score or the Blitz Ace. The Blitz Ace one, I was actually waiting for your input because I know you love to do all the challenges in one day, so I wanted to know the strategy. Because it's the requirement is the first of it. It's the first of its kind, no? Or did they have like another one?
Tina has it. I mean, Terra has it too.
Oh, okay. Well, it's annoying if you just look at the requirements, but we'll get to it.
Okay, so I'll go through all three today in this video. The first one for sure is going to be the 86 hits. The 86 hits one is actually the simplest one, so I will not showcase this. Because the 86 hits one, I now have two decks for you guys to follow. Look at deck number 2 and deck number 3. Deck number 2 is for the multi-hits mission. Deck number 2, you can just run in, use all this, and Ramza your teammates in order to let them kill the boss. Now for me, because you will see that I run, let me go back again. You will see that I run Ramza and heal. Why I run Ramza and SR here, right, is because I will always pick 2 high boss damage characters that either have a shield or they have a hope. So for missions that does not require me to do any form of damage, I will always bring a deck like that. Now I actually, okay, I'll show everyone now that I actually tune my decks down to have a lower attack value. Okay, we will do the 86 hit ones after we go through all the Ultima missions, and then so you can see how you can clear it and get your first UR very easily. But as you can see, I can actually hit way higher if I want to, just by pressing this button. Okay, not for the main deck lah. My main deck is regular, but I have more than 900 attack, around 900 attack on my main deck. I have a lot less attack value actually. No, I should have way more than that because I accidentally switched there. So you see I have almost 1k attack on my main deck, and the other 2 deck for challenge missions, I purposefully bring it down so as to show you guys how you can clear it. I will do the 5000 score one because usually people have more difficulty on that. So let's go back to the Tidus challenge over here. So Lila, as you were saying, for the 86 hit, you already cleared on your own, correct?
Yeah, I got that one.
Yeah, so 86 hit is very simple. For new players, you will still be able to clear it even at a lower attack value. So I have 800 attacks over here, around 10k value, power. I usually don't look at the power. The power doesn't really mean as much as your actual attack value. This is the number that you need to look at because this is how you will clear Ultima mobs faster and be able to do certain of the conditions that require you to output. So with 800, you should be able to do the 86 hits one. You will be able to do the 5k. The 5k is the interesting one, which I will explain. So for 5k score in this game, to get score in this game, there are 3 conditions. One is you need to purify crystal. Okay, I don't have a place to write it down on the stream, but I'll just tell you, you need to purify crystal, and 2, you need to farm bravery yourself that then converts into boss damage. In order to do that, you can farm bravery, and if you Ramza it to someone else, it will be considered score. So the way to do score mission is purify crystal, Ramza it to someone else, and make sure they are not at full bravery when you do that. So the more bravery you can transfer, the more score you will get. And finally, do not die, because the third condition of do not die is the most important. Every time you die, your score goes down by quite a bit. And this is why you always see Krill and Riku get MVPs within your own rank or casual sessions, because people don't tend to target them, and the good ones will survive for a very long time. And as long as they do not die, their score will usually hit around 6 to 8k. You can do that with Tidus. Lila got that for that particular mission.
Yeah, so if you don't have Ramza, if you were around for the Record Keeper collaboration, the SR1 is good as well. And if you don't have the SR1 because you weren't around, the R Embolden works the same. You just might have to go farm a little bit more or pass your bravery a little bit more.
So for a completely new player, your only option will be Brave Share. In English, I think it's called Embolden, like what Lila just said.
Yeah.
And for a regular player, please use Ramza. It will be the fastest thing available to you. But if you don't have Ramza, your next best option, if you have been playing since day one, will be the Tyro, which is Deshi in Japan. Yeah, so this is the same thing as Ramza, just that it has lesser cooldown and it's 60% instead of 80. I will do an example of that later on. Now, the last mission is actually the most difficult, because the last mission requires you to land the last hit on the boss. So for the last hit on the boss mission, like over here, what I recommend, okay, is going to be a bit RNG. Because not only do you run search and 4 attack cards, I mean, if you're uncomfortable, you can still run Ramza and heal and 3 attack cards, but this will require even more luck than before. I personally did it with deck number 3 over here, which is Search, Auron, Darkpain, Yak, and Ace. I did not have either of the UR level up, so my damage was actually higher if I do this. And the goal of this entire game, right, is to survive, farm for your team, and let your AI deal the bulk of the damage before you actually kill the boss. The best way to do it is to pick 2 characters that one of them will have decent boss damage, the other will have less than regular boss damage, which means in this regards, right, after Gaia got nerfed, she might be one of the candidates, but my regular AI picks for challenges like this, especially the last hit, which requires a bit of luck, is actually Firion and Prompto. The reason for this is because Firion does not have excellent boss damage unless you attack buff him. And Firion can survive because most of the Firion will either have a wall or a hope with them. And because if the Firion can do around 600k on its own, you will be able to finish the 2.1 million boss HP with around 100k to 200k to spare. Prompto also allows that, and the most important thing about AI, right, is they actually spam cards every time they get their burst up. So you can actually bait the characters at 9999 brave for most of the game and allow your own AI to farm. So Lila, do you understand what that means?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So unlike all the other challenges where you would normally pick something with high boss damage, for this requirement specifically, you want to tone it down. So you shouldn't pick like Cloud is the one we use the
no-go.
most.
Yeah, Cloud is
Don't
no-go.
use Cloud. Sephiroth might be a little iffy. Would you say?
Sephiroth is good in terms of boss damage because he will not do enough to kill. But Sephiroth also has the problem where he can gain Brave very fast compared to you when in Ultima mission. Because every time he's supernova, there's a very high chance one of the opponent AI will die. And when that happens, he will gain 9999 Brave and he will do more damage than you require. Yeah.
And then the other thing to talk about with this mission specifically is where you were talking about the RNG part, and that's resetting for the enemy characters.
Correct. Do not play against a Krill. A Riku is okay because you can actually bully the Riku even at a lower level and get some Brave. Then the moment you fight against a Krill, every time the opponent AI uses Forest, your own AI will die. Yeah. So
and they'll use it on the very first push where your AI is going against their AI. Their AI is gonna have Deep Forest. Your AI is just gonna have Hope. They're probably gonna die.
Yes, that's correct. So don't try your best not to do that. Okay, so right now I'm going to go for one game, one challenge mode, and then I will explain. I'll try to clear in one try, just in case you. I mean, in the event that we are actually able to do it. So what I'm gonna do? Wait, how come I cannot select? So basically, I will do the one where we do 500 score.
Okay.
I'm unable to select my allies for some reason. Let me reset this. Maybe I was in the challenge mission page for too long. But basically, we will do the 5,000 score Ultima mission. My deck is going to be the second deck. So it's Yak. It's all cards that you should have by this point. But if you don't, go roll a bit more and try to level yourself up. Then I will use 2 Gaias. Both of the Gaias are more or less using attack dex plus 1 selfie. So remember, I only have 800 attack stats on this, I think. On a regular day, I will have around 1,100 because I will throw all my attack stats UR that I already leveled up on this. But this example here is just to prove to you guys or whoever is watching and looking at it how you can clear the score mission as well as hit mission without needing too much power. Yeah, and one last thing is I don't think Lila can see this. So during this time when I'm doing this mission, we can yap a bit. We can talk a little more about random stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So I wanna. So besides, you don't want to see Cryle on the enemy AI. Do we want to see Sephiroth?
No, we do not want to see Sephiroth if we can help it.
Right. Yeah. Sephiroth will spam Supernova off cooldown, and you want to have a burst stocked up. And Supernova at Ultima 5 is basically a one-shot.
Yeah.
Or even if it isn't, you're basically dead either way.
Yeah. It's just not fair, basically.
Yeah, you just have to reset. Just click the exit button as fast as you can. Go back in. And then for allies, just if you saying, where do I get all these allies? Go to the player rankings and just follow what you require.
Okay, so I have a pretty bad start. Both of my teammates just died. Both of my teammates just died. Likely because my opponent... I didn't check if they have a krill. But right now, a good thing is I will be able to do my first... Ramza. And if all goes well, the opponent will die too.
Okay, good. Okay.
And I almost died. And I'm dead.
Well, did you pass?
Huh? No. Like I'm dead, which means my score just went down.
See,
but
that's
okay.
what you're not supposed to die.
Yeah,
but it's okay. Mistakes happen.
Yeah, mistakes happen, and chances are by this point I'll reset, but I will not for this particular.
Just to see how. Yeah, it's good.
I'm just gonna do a quick run no matter what, just to show you guys how much score you can get just by doing this. So okay, one thing to note, even if you have the bravery, right, do not pass bravery when your ally is already at 9999. Always do it when you can pass the max amount of bravery that it can actually transfer to them. If it does not transfer and it does not translate to their burst, right, you do not get points for it. So take note of that. Oh no, I missed this. Never mind. If Gaia does that, then I can do this. Then this is still mine.
Yeah, and also keep in mind if you haven't used Ramza before or...
I just died twice. I don't think I'm gonna get 5k score.
I think you're good. See, this is a good example. At this point, the run's over. Just click reset.
Yeah, at this point, the run is over. Just quick reset.
Sometimes you just gotta take it.
Yeah.
You just gotta go, okay, next game.
Yeah,
and that's perfectly fine. It allows us to do it, so we're gonna do it.
So the funny thing is the AI, which is not supposed to be at my base, we're actually all in the center when I farmed just now. So that's definitely on me. Yeah. That's still okay. It might still be doable. Simply because I'm not one of my allies is gonna die. I will still be able to get 2 more crystals. And then if both my ally dies, I will get even more time to farm it. Yep, both my allies died.
So you have more time to farm.
Yeah.
Okay, so
time to farm.
yeah. So if you haven't used Ramza and Bolted or Tyro before, just this targeting can be a little bit finicky, especially because your allies are moving. Just try to stop moving yourself or center the camera.
Yeah, centering the camera is the most important part, because as long as you can center the camera, the enemies are behind me again. I'm dead. I just died the 3rd time.
They sense weakness.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. I shouldn't be. I went to the wrong crystal because I wasn't looking at the minimap.
No. It's hard to fight while talking.
Yeah, it is a challenge mode, so
it's hard to fight while talking, and this stuff happens. If this happens to you, don't worry about it. Just click X. We're not gonna click X here because it's funny.
Yeah.
But
okay, I got this one too, so that's nice. I would like my AI to die maybe a little bit more, but I think they will be able to kill this boss by this Brava. Whether or not I get 5,000 will be a question. If I did not die, I'm guaranteed 5,000. But I died twice, so
so it might be close depending on what happens.
Yeah. Let me take a look. I can get one more, but I need the Terra to not come near me. Yes, I think I can do it. Okay, so this is the moment of truth. Whether or not I get 5k points, I do not know. But remember, this entire game, all I did was farm crystals, purify them, and Ramza it off. And then I'm not supposed to die, but I made multiple mistakes and I died 3 times. I am now MVP. Okay? In an Ultima game, I'm MVP. It's looking good.
Alright.
Whether or not I get 5k, I got 5072 even after dying 3
Oh
times.
my, 3 deaths is just that easy.
Yeah.
We just passed the Braver.
We just did 5k in 1 try while having our stats lowered. That's just how it
lowered.
is. Yeah.
And then died 3 times.
And died 3 times.
So imagine if you don't die.
Yeah.
Or you died twice.
Yeah. If I didn't die 3 times, I will probably at 6k or 7k. It's a big difference. So you will be able to clear your Ultima missions. So one of the main things why I'm showing you that particular mission, right, is because it is actually a little difficult for some players to reach this particular Ultima mission if they try to go through this Omega one. Because the Omega mission requires you to do 850k damage.
Yeah, ignore that. Go around.
Yeah, go around it. Especially if you are a new player. If you are not a new player and you have the stats, you can do this, no problem. I had 13k. I did this in 1 try. The reason why I could do it is because in Omega mission, although the HP, the problem is the HP of the boss is not really that much. So you need to actually PvP to get the kills, which is not difficult because it's Omega. And once you get the kills, you will be able to dump your damage on the boss and you will hit 850k within 4 bursts. But you need 4 bursts. which is the main problem. So if you don't want to go through this particular troublesome mission, just go around. All these are absolutely doable. We already mentioned how to do ability hits. I showed you exactly how to do the score. Now finally is the last hit. Last hit is half the time is luck. You need a bit of luck to this. I don't have a way to teach you how to do this except do as much damage as possible and have a bit of luck.
Yeah. If you want to, if you really want like a good damage score or know how much damage you can do, you can just run in, get burst as soon as possible, check how much damage you do to the boss, and then exit out and then plan around it. So that way you know, okay, I can get guaranteed last hit if I surge, and then I use all my cards when the boss is at last half HP bar or a quarter, right?
Yep.
So gauge your damage first if you're unsure, and then go in.
All right.
And remember to pick the allies that don't pick Cloud, because Cloud will kill the boss. Pick Furion, pick Prompto.
Yeah.
Maybe pick Sephiroth.
Yeah.
But most of the time it's just going to be, do you have burst at the right time? And that's, depending on the game, varies every single time.
Alright, and I think that's it for today's video. We did way longer than the earlier one, but that's because we are trying to... we talked quite a bit of stuff, so
the challenge mode section was the big part of it too.
Yeah. So you guys, good luck with the challenge mode. Good luck with Tidus season. I will contemplate whether or not I will do some solo sessions myself in the long run. I do like the game a lot. I'll be honest, I do like the game a lot, and
it's a fun game.
Yeah, it's as good as Compass. Compass is the Kusoge, and it's fun.
Yeah. If they need to add 9 more years of songs, and then I'll have a verdict.
Yeah. All right, that's it for today, guys, and I hope you guys found something useful. We will see you guys in the next one. Ideally, I mean, Lila, if you're okay, I think we'll do the definite regular ones. We'll do it once every season, every time a new character comes up.
Yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen.
And alright, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.